Hey, it's about that time. Let's kick off this week and get you rolling. Good morning. Welcome to New Living Mornings and newlivingnow.com. Some big wrap-ups on the field of sports, some crazy news, spilt soup, and more here on the show this morning. Hi, how you doing? My name is Chris Carson. I'm a real estate agent here in Northeast Wisconsin.
And I'm Carrie Bedore, and I spilled my soup in my laptop bag.
First thing she says, not hi, not good morning, one step into the door. I spilled soup in my bag. And like the visual I had immediately, I'm like looking for like a trail of what kind of soup was it?
Chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle. We'll dive into that more because I feel like we could turn that into like a little Facebook social media question later on here in the show. But welcome to it. Beautiful weather today again. A few clouds going to be hanging around out there today, about a high of 77. But the thermometer or the thermostat's going to be going down here over the next few days. Slight chance for some showers tomorrow, high of 70. But by Monday or by Saturday, high of 50. Mm-hmm. So, of course, obviously it's the Halloween weekend. It's when all the Halloween parties are going to be happening. And, you've got those people out there where they're wearing the costumes that has little to no fabric or clothing. It's going to be one of the coldest days that we've had. So, a typical Halloween party. You're going to need that extra layer to keep warm.
I believe it.
Bundle the kids up a little bit when you're going out trick-or-treating. Do you get a lot of kids that do the trick-or-treating by your place?
It's crazy.
Is it?
They actually bring, tractors full.
Okay.
And, wagons and stuff like that.
So it's one of those neighborhoods then where there's a ton of houses, and if everybody, you just... if
people
you want to
park outside our neighborhood and, come in and do the whole
They do
thing.
a lap.
Yeah.
Just a big lap, and then, there's those... I love those neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Where eventually you're going to find a driveway that's got... They either got a bottle of water or an adult beverage, whichever you'd prefer. Sometimes you even see them rolling down the road offering up shots and stuff. The
Right.
Jello shots.
Jello shots.
The Halloween Jello shots.
Right. Yeah,
So-
my dogs are not... they go crazy. They want... So we can't have anyone come to the door, so we usually just put a bowl of candy out by the road.
Can't you just lock the dogs in the basement for like a minute?
They would probably eat through the door.
Right, don't
And
do
I'm
that.
not
Well, you
kidding.
just told a story about
I'm
that,
not
didn't you?
kidding, yeah.
Didn't one of them eat like $10,000 worth of?
Like $7,000 worth of damage. It was the very first day that we had her, and she was a rescue, and she had such bad anxiety. She dug a hole through the floor, the subfloor, the door, and then got into Derek's room and destroyed the other side of it trying to get out when she realized she locked herself in there. And we had her in a cage, and she broke. This is a funny story. So we put her. When we adopted her, we stayed home with her for a week to get her acclimated to the family, and then we decided that we were going to kennel her, and we had a little dog cam. And I drove from my house into Appleton. It was like 22 minutes, and I could not see her, and all I could hear was. I turned around, came home, and she had already done the damage. So she was home for like an hour, like not even an hour.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, I've had a couple little holes in the drywall that I had one dog that had to fix. It chewed up a chair a little bit, but did not dig a hole through the floor.
She never did. She's never destroyed a single thing since. Like, that was the only thing that she's ever destroyed. Maybe a sock, a couple socks. That's it. So it was pure anxiety. And we ended up getting her on Prozac. So we took her to the vet, and we weren't sure we wanted to keep her because we were like, oh, I don't know if we've got the bandwidth for a dog that needs this much attention. And we got her to give our other dog a companion because she loved other dogs.
Sure.
And we're like, ooh. So we called, and they couldn't take her back. And then I just felt so bad. So we took her to the vet, and they put her on Prozac for about 3 months. And then, but they said these rescue
crazy.
dogs, she came from a domestic abuse home.
Sure.
But they said it helps.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, some dogs just get that way. Ours definitely had that separation thing too. He was fine until Dad came home at lunch. When Dad would come home at lunch and then leave, then he would freak out. It was that
She's like, "No."
afternoon, yeah.
Sure.
So that was the thing there. But
I get it.
That's some serious damage right there.
Legit.
Let's see here. Birthdays, special days today. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I hope it's a darn fine day. Weather-wise, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to have a fantastic day. A few people that you are sharing your day with. Tons of them out there, but a few celebs. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, hello, Kim.
God, how did I know you were going to say that? Yeah, no. I guess I didn't really know if you were going to say that. I don't know that I know your feeling about the Kardashians and that whole
them.
Gross. All right. Well, she's 44. Kane Brown. What?
Who's that?
Kane Brown, country artist.
Oh.
Yeah, 31.
Oh.
You don't know Kane.
I have no clue who he is.
If you heard his songs, you would.
Oh.
You'd be like, oh, that's him.
Oh.
But she knows who Kim Kardashian is.
Hell yeah.
And everything about her. Judge Judy.
Oh, she makes a lot of money.
81. Yeah, she does.
Like,
actually, I was going to look up her net worth and I forgot to.
It's
But yeah.
ridiculous. Like she's got it going on.
Go you, Judy.
She scares me.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I mean, she's terrifying. I would not want to be in front of her.
No, me neither.
No, hell to the no. Carrie Fisher, though passed away, she would have been 64 today. So Carrie Fisher. And then an extra special birthday. Extra special. Oh, I want to say good morning, Pam. Good morning, Erica. Special birthday today.
It's Kenny's birthday.
It's Kenny's birthday. Yep. Kenny,
Happy birthday, Kenny.
the birthday prince, buddy. You know he's going to have a darn fine day.
You know
he's
it.
probably got like a cucumber facial coming up, a massage, paw rubbins.
They probably took the day off just to spoil him.
Yeah.
That is the bougiest dog I've ever met.
Absolutely. We get, oh, shoot. I don't know if I remember. Did I take a picture of his chair, his lounge chair? It's like the nicest chair, an umbrella and cocktail holder. It was fantastic. Happy birthday, Kenny. Yeah. Mama Erica's seen it. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Lisa. So happy birthday to those individuals and to you if you're celebrating your day with us. It's Apple Day. It's National Apple Day.
Oh, I love apples.
I love apples. I have an apple every day, and when I don't, I substitute it with apple cider. I've been drinking so much apple cider.
I was at this grocery store. I saw the apple cider. And I was like, oh, God, I really want that. And I was like, I'm not even going to get started.
I'm telling you, it's been crazy. I've not drank apple cider for years. Maybe one little cup somewhere in the midst. This year, for whatever reason, like I think about it during the day. I'm like, ooh, you know what would be nice right now? Nice little hot cup of cider. Maybe a little cup of cider. I come in with the caramel creamer, put a little bit of that in there. I'm telling you, it is.
A little whiskey.
You know what? I picked up some of that peanut butter whiskey, or not peanut butter, caramel whiskey.
Caramel whiskey.
The one that's got all the different flavors.
Yeah, smoky.
That one. Yeah, Old Smoky.
Old Smoky. Was it good?
Oh my God, you don't even know what's in there. It
My
just
mouth
gets a
is
little.
actually watering for it.
It just gets a little spicier. That's it. You don't know what's in there. A couple of them in, you're like, oh. Hello.
I'd like one of those for Wednesday morning, please.
Well, Wednesday morning? How about a Monday morning? Come on.
Okay, I gotta clean up some soup.
We've got See, we got to cry over spilt soup here in just a little bit. Apple Day today, pumpkin cheesecake day, any cheesecake day for that matter.
I have a cheesecake story today.
Oh my God, soups and cheesecakes. Witch Hazel Day. I'm not quite sure why it gets its day, but it does.
It's good on mosquito bites.
It's good on lots of things, evidently.
Yeah.
Good for health. I don't know that I've ever had it, but it's day. Back to the Future Day. Yeah, baby. Carrie wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would.
You've seen him?
All the Back to the Futures?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, okay. Why did I think that was one that you didn't?
No idea. That's weird that you would.
Well, okay, but you have a bunch that you didn't, right? I don't know.
Just move on.
We're moving on here. Back to the Future Day is today. Doc Brown and Marty. God, such a great show. But those are the days that we're celebrating today. And we're just celebrating you. Thank you for hanging out with us here this morning. News and events.
Oh, my gosh. Everything is... I've got a lot of football news.
Bring it.
Bring it. So, fans suited up for the whiteout.
It was very white there,
It was
too.
very white.
It was so white.
I loved people's pictures that were at the game, and I knew several friends that were posting on social media while they were there, and seeing all the whiteout was...
I felt bad because every now and then you'd see a picture of a dude in a green jersey surrounded by a sea of white. I'm like, oh, dude, you didn't get the memo, did you?
No.
Like that kind of thing. But it was crazy how many people showed up for with the white on. It was awesome.
It was cool. I think it's really sharp looking.
I think it's a great look.
It's
honestly,
really
God,
look.
especially the couple of the D-backs that had yellow shoes on, yellow cleats on. I was like, damn, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan.
Yeah, it looked really great. So, Jordan Love, throwing picks and throwing touchdowns kind of reminds us a little bit of Brett Favre.
Oh, Favre-ski. I was like, son of a biscuit eater. He's doing the same thing. But that's all right, I guess.
I don't mind it. I mean, we're winning. We're putting numbers up. He's making the game fun again. I always will say this. Rodgers was a great quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But he wasn't fun to watch. It was so methodical,
especially later on as it further along.
Yeah, in the beginning he was a little bit more, but watching Jordan Love is really fun.
Well, Rodgers got just the attitude thing.
Yeah.
That thing we've discussed before. It's just,
yeah.
That's a big turnoff.
But
this is fresh and new, and hopefully he stays having fun. Just be that person, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. What is it? 9 games in a row with 2+ touchdowns. He leads the league in interceptions, and I think he's like 4th for touchdowns, even though he missed 2 games.
As far as overall rating stuff, is he like number 2 or something? He's in the top. He's in the
top
top 5
5
on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's kicking butt.
He is definitely kicking butt. So I'm actually surprised that it's not surprised, but it's fun to watch. It's just a fun. And then of course Brandon McManus.
Yeah.
He walk-off win with debut kick. That was
the whole time I'm like, dude, if you want to have a great Monday, make this kick. Yeah. You will be the coolest person in Wisconsin.
Everyone will love you.
All day tomorrow. You are going to be the talk of the town. Just make this kick.
I don't know. There's a couple other talks of the town.
What?
The dude that pushed the Texan out.
Get him the game ball.
He got ejected.
I know.
From the game.
But they were cool with it after the fact. Didn't they let him back in or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they ended up letting him back in. Because it was like, come on, dude. Like, that's been done before. We've pushed people out that were jumping up.
Right. It's like nobody wants the other team up.
Yeah, you don't get to do that here. I'm sorry, man, but I'm with them. Give them the game ball.
Right, right.
So, nice work, buddy.
Right, I know. That was
I
interesting. And I don't like to talk politics, but J.D. Vance rolled up to the Packer game, and he made a surprise visit at a house party there.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
It was crazy. I had a friend that was there when the Secret Service rolled up. So they videotaped the whole thing. I mean, it was snipers, the whole entourage coming up. So crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not see that pop up in the social medias, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah.
Walk into the wrong one. Like the party that's been going since 8:00 in the morning. They give zero shits about politics right now. It's like, dude, this is not the party you want to roll up on. Are you kidding me?
That black house that's right next to the field that they just built on the north side of the field?
Yes.
That's where he went.
Oh, right. Of course.
The big one. Bougie house right there.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So that's
if there's gonna be any class around Lambeau Field right now, it's probably gonna be in that building.
Right.
There's probably some corporate people in there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little structure. Yeah. Stay away from the truck that looks like a giant, Packer bus out in the parking lot. Don't go over there right now. Where the loud music. Don't do that.
Yeah. Probably not. Probably not a good idea. So, Bucks are kicking off regular season on Wednesday.
And how excited are you?
I'm very excited. I'm like, oh my God, I have okay, I'm really into football this year. Like, this has been.
But is that because of the gambling?
No, I am thoroughly into.
When I say gambling, I mean these little parlay bets where she's like.
Oh yeah, I won again yesterday.
So you know what? I'm forcing myself not to go in. I haven't even opened the link that you sent me.
Stop.
No.
Why?
Because I know once I start, I know, but that's what the problem is. Once I start, I'm gonna be.
But dude,
I don't need that distraction.
I'm betting like $1, so it's not like it's a lot of money. So I bet $1 yesterday. Well, I probably spent like $6 total. Okay, legit. I'll show you on my app.
I have zero self-control though.
But
slippery
It's
slopes.
so much fun.
I know.
Because
Stop
then
telling me that.
Then I get to learn more. Like I feel like I'm learning more about the other teams and their players, and then I'm like really getting into it. But okay, so I'm watching more football. That's part of it. But even I like watching the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. So watching him lose again yesterday.
Yeah, that is. I'm sorry, that is. The ratings are up, but it's only because we're all watching
Yeah.
it, so he loses.
We're just kind of like, oh, and then
We're all watching the
I was
demise.
expecting Devontae Adams and him to have like this magical, like they did this whole montage
Yep.
of so happy together, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, so I bet that Devontae Adams was just gonna have this killer game, and he killed my parlays. Like, come on, dude.
So can you bet like they're not gonna have a good game?
Yes.
You can do that way too.
You can do higher or lower. So there's like all these different stats, like completions, number of passing attempts, how many yards, are they going to have catching yards, rushing yards?
Okay.
So there's all these things, first quarter, first half, second half, like all these different things that you can bet on. You can go higher or lower. And so I bet that he was going to have his yards because they were projecting him to have, I think, 59 yards. And he only had 30. I'm like, dude, Rodgers, I'm like, throw the darn ball to him. I'm like, you guys wanted this whole thing. But the funniest meme that I saw this morning was Devontae Adams sitting there with the score on the board. And it said, Devontae Adams requesting a trade for the Jets. and then someone else took the Jets logo and they redid it and took the word Jets out and just wrote Packers.
Nice. Nice.
So I thought that was funny.
But all that said, though, if I was in here and doing some betting stuff, I would whatever Devontae, like the numbers for Devontae next week. Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Well,
I
he's
bet
gonna
you
explode. It's
they'll have
no
a
problem.
lights out because they probably went into this thinking, you know what, they know that Aaron loves Devontae, so a lot of their packages and their schemes are going to be set up to lean heavy on Devontae and make sure that he's covered. And that's
But you know who I've been betting on all year and have been winning?
the water boy.
Lazard.
And
He goes beyond his projections every year
I
or
do
every
like
game.
him though. I like that guy.
I do
always
too,
like
and
him.
those
I
two
wish he
connect
didn't
really
leave.
well. And
Yeah.
he's not like yeah. So I thoroughly have been enjoying football. So, but
Well,
I
that's
am
good.
I am excited. We actually were looking up tickets because the home game against the Bulls is at Fiserv on Friday. So I think we might go down to that game, to the
Yeah?
home opener. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's all right. Kick it off and get her rolling.
Well,
I'll be watching a little bit more basketball this year, probably because of you.
yeah. The opener, Jeremy and Derek went to the opener last year, and it's really fun, a home opener, because they announce the whole team, and they have like this big montage and like the energy and like kicking off the season
Sure.
at home. Oh, I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Easy,
I know.
settle down.
So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
That's cool.
But I'm like Monday night football, Thursday night football, or Saturday football, and now mix in the Bucks games. I'm like, oh my god, I got a lot of sports to
It's
do.
easy.
And guess
Settle
what?
down.
You can do basketball parlays.
Oh, see. See, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Well, in other NFL news, Jay Cutler, did you see that he made the news?
No. What
Yeah.
did he do?
DUI and gun charges. He got arrested
Hell! Really?
Yeah.
Jay, come on.
in Tennessee. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Right, I know. So that's going on. There was a 12-year-old boy that shot a black bear that was attacking his dad in western Wisconsin. Did you hear about that
No.
story? Yeah.
What?
They were hunting, and the black bear came up and started attacking its dad, and the 12-year-old actually shot the bear. I know.
What?
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
It is so terrifying.
Well,
Like,
so dad's okay?
Dad's okay.
Everybody's
I
good?
mean, he's hurt. He had injuries, but
Sure.
no, it wasn't. It was a fatal shot to the bear. Not a. The dad was fine, but we've got a black bear behind our house. They've seen it on.
They're kind of around.
They
I mean,
are.
You hear them or see about them or hear about them pop up every now and again. So
Yeah,
my
they're definitely
God.
around.
How
That's
terrifying
what
is that
happened
to be?
25 years ago today.
I don't know what.
You're like, who knows? Britney Spears released
Oh.
Baby One More Time.
Oh.
25 years ago.
Yeah. See, I told you I have a problem with this. The stuff that reminds us how old we are.
I know.
I have a problem with that stuff.
You know what else
Pops
is
up every damn day.
It's super creepy because yesterday something popped up that Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine, which is my favorite, was 35 years ago. And I never in my head would think that and Britney Spears was 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel like it should be like 25 years apart?
It's crazy.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Don't like
So
it. Don't like it.
Speaking of cheesecakes, the world's largest cheesecake, there's a festival in New York, broke a record this year. How heavy do you think that cheesecake was? How many pounds? So it officially made it the world's largest cheesecake.
I'm gonna say 1,000 pounds.
Way higher.
Way high. Oh shit, 5,000 pounds.
Way higher.
Shut up. 10,000 pounds.
15,008 pounds.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of
That's
cheese.
a lot of cheesecake right there. My goodness.
Right?
Damn.
I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
I mean, but it's a thingy. It's
I know.
So it's the Guinness Book
Yeah.
record that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
world
Well, I mean,
record.
there's that.
There's that.
You know,
Yeah.
don't eat the middle of it because it's probably
Not.
baked.
It's
like just-
probably not good. Like,
it's not
how do
good. Just eat the edges. But
do you think they put cherries? What's your favorite kind of cheesecake?
any.
And the good answer.
You know, is there a bad one? I don't think I've ever had a bad one. My least favorite is like the turtle chocolate nutty ones.
I was just gonna say that's my favorite.
Yeah,
is
see,
the
those
turtle-
are. I want the fruity.
the fruity.
Yeah.
I love the turtle ones. That's one of my favorite. But I also love the raspberry with the white chocolate.
So I'm not a big white chocolate guy.
Oh yum.
Yeah, any fruity ones. I'm a big fan of fruity. I mean, I'll do the turtle. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat the hell out of it. But if
It's
you're
not your
saying, yeah, or the salted caramels and the stuff like that, I'm just not that. I would much rather have.
You're more fruity.
Yeah.
You're more fruity.
Yeah.
All
there's no
right, I'm going to
argument
talk
here.
about some events now.
Do it.
Have you ever been down to Stone Arch Brew Pub and watched a show down there?
I have. Oh, it's been a little bit, but yeah, been down there several times.
I have never watched one down there, but
Great spot.
But tomorrow there's an indie Americana songwriter. His name is Zach Petrini, and he's going to be down there on Tuesday. Thursday we've got Trick or Treat at the ballpark at the Timber Rattler Stadium, which I'm sure is always a good time.
Fun.
Yeah,
I've not been there. Is it like out in the parking lot? Is it one of those trunk or treat things?
I think it's in the ballpark, but
Okay.
But I think they're like people bring stuff, and so the kids can kind of like people that are tailgating and stuff. They'll have stuff for the kids. So
Okay, yep,
come in
yep.
your costumes and do all that fun stuff. So that's pretty cool. The Thursday is at the PAC. There's a gentleman there. His name is Joshua Kane, and he's going to be performing Edgar Allan poetry.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Yeah.
Knock, knocking on. You don't. Yeah, so I've read some of his stuff. It's weird, but it's also it's deep, dark, and.
I know. So my cousin is a poet.
Yeah.
And like she's getting her doctorate in poetry. So she's really into poetry. And it's all about how people read it to you. Like it's the voice that and the way that they perform it that I think just like elevates that. So I think
100%.
coming in and seeing something in the PAC, it's probably, moody in there, and it's theatrical the way that he's going to come through and read it. So I think it would be kind of cool.
See, that whole kind of that whole situation, it needs to be dark, dimly lit. One person on stage, one single light, no noise, phones off, just listen.
Yeah.
Get lost in what's being said right now.
Right.
Like that's how poetry's supposed to be done.
Not like
no
slam
distraction.
poetry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, whatever that is. Slam poetry. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, not slam.
up.
We want just everybody shh for a second.
Be quiet.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Come
going on.
rap tapping on it. Yeah, that's I love that stuff. I might have to go check that out.
You should check it out.
I might want to.
Check
I
it
might
out.
do that.
What is that from?
Full House?
Is that?
No, but it's not check it out. It's cut.
Oh,
it
did
out.
you see me? I'm like,
I did.
check
I know what
it
you're saying.
out.
Uncle Joey. Or not.
Oh.
Not Joey. Is it Joey? Yeah, Joey. Cut.
Cut
It
it
out.
out.
Yeah. something like that.
Yeah. I got you.
Well, yeah.
On Friday, North Shore Bank is hosting new zoo boo at the new zoo in up in Green Bay. So that is a cute little place up there. I like.
It's a great time, and that event's awesome. Been there several times. Was there at the inception of it, decades ago, back in the radio days. It's so much fun. It really is like a perfect date night. Dudes, you want to win? Take her out for this. Go out there and check it out. It's a great date night. It's a great experience. It's not something that happens very often, so get on it.
Well, it's fun. Saturday is the Appleton official 7th annual Appleton pub crawl or Halloween pub crawl. So lots of spooky things happening. It's always really interesting to see if people are going to celebrate Halloween the weekend before or the weekend after, because it kind of can go.
It'll be both.
Yeah.
It'll be heavy this weekend.
Yes.
With a few stragglers on the following weekend.
Right.
Sure.
So Saturday, that's happening, and then Halloween bingo at Wild River Pizza in Shiocton. So kind of in my backyard, but lots of haunted houses. Lots of spooky stuff that's happening. You can check that out and so much more if you visit newlivingnow.com and check out our events page.
Very cool. Nice work. Some stories I wanted to share. I had mentioned one of these to you last week, and I thought, this would be, I've got a bunch of them saved, but I was like, you know what? I wonder if this would be something fun to talk about. So we're going to talk about it today.
Let's talk about it.
Some odd stories, some things that have popped up. So a man wakes up before organ donor surgery. When I say before, I mean like on the table, ready to cut him open, already got everything in him that they need, think he's dead, wakes up and on the table. Super crazy. Yeah, so a Kentucky man set to go undergo organ donor surgery woke up as they were preparing him for the procedure. So TJ, he was admitted to the hospital. He had some heart issues and has had some heart stuff. So he's not in perfect health, and they know that, but he was deemed code blue. So they let him sit on the table. He's sitting there for a couple days. They're putting him through the test to make sure that his organs are good to go. They get him to the room, getting ready to cut him open, and he wakes up. Family's like, all right, I guess he's here now. Just super crazy that kind of thing happens. So there's a little while.
Okay, but don't they, because they keep them alive, right?
Right.
So, but he was clinically dead?
Clinically dead based on brain activity, I guess.
Okay.
But, yeah, there was enough going that it kicked back on, and he ended up passing away after the fact, but not long after that. But they did get a little bit more time with him, and, yeah, so that was a pretty crazy little story.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely nuts.
That is really crazy.
And then another one here. This one is kind of cool. So a mom is passing away. She's terminally ill. She knows she's on her way out. So she puts together a GoFundMe page to raise some money for her kids to help pay for the funeral when she passes because she doesn't have anything else.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Ends up raising more than $1 million for the kids. Passes away a few days later. Funeral's paid for. Now the rest of it goes into a trust, and the kids are going to have something for them when they turn 18.
That's the crowdsource funding. It's just like, imagine what would happen. Like, if you could have 1 million people just give you $1,
right?
Like how you could change people's lives. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And, I've probably got $1 laying on the floor of my car right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We've all got it in change laying around somewhere.
Right. Yep. So you just think about like what one little dollar could do, and crowdsourcing that and coming back and changing people's lives.
It's huge. And for those two kids left behind, their college educations are going to be taken care of. They're going to have a good start once they get rolling. So
wow,
it was just one of those sad, but
like a feel-good story.
Wow. All right. Way to go, Ma.
Right.
Like, took care of her babies. Last thing she could do, she did it. That's super awesome. And then we come to Wisconsin, where we got a 70-year-old fella arrested Saturday afternoon after he crashed his motorcycle in Columbia County. According to the State Patrol, he was northbound on Highway 39. And they realized after the fact that this dude was intoxicated for the 6th time.
Ooh.
Airlifted to the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. He'll survive. My question is, at what point? Okay, I get it. Alcoholism is a disease. It's tough. I know alcoholics. But come on, when we're talking 6 and up, 5 and up, 4 and up, how many drunk drivings does it take? Knock on wood, I don't have any. You know, have I made mistakes in the past? Absolutely, I feel like we all have. But to get busted for the 6th time, what would you do with that? How do you feel that should end?
I mean, at that point, I think that, the disease just takes over. And I mean, he should be in mandatory rehab, but it still doesn't mean that when he gets out, I mean, he's obviously going to jail, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they don't. It's pretty fresh. So eventually, I would guess maybe there's some.
Yeah.
I would hope to God that there's some
Right.
jail time. There's got to
Yeah.
be something.
But and it's what's sad is, for whatever reason, he's making the choices to do this, and his family, whether it's he's married or brothers and sisters
Yeah.
or whomever, they're not, why aren't people stepping in and trying to help or
Yeah.
trying to do something? Or was it that he has been there and he just keeps coming back?
Yeah.
It's just,
They don't give his blood alcohol level, which is obviously it's a huge thing as well. Some of these are so bad. Excuse me. I've made the bad choices in my life. I'll admit that. I'm not proud of those moments, but I've also seen a lot of bad stuff that helps me stay aware of that. Like,
Right.
I mean, I've driven when I probably shouldn't have, but it's
We
never
all
been
have.
terrible, and it's not a ton, right?
right.
Over the years. But there are some people that do it a lot, and I was a witness to like a terrible one. Did I ever tell you about the dude that I saw get killed, like in the car accident? It was head on. That I was the first one there.
No.
Yeah, so I'm living in Merrill, up by Wausau, central Wisconsin, and on the way to our house, it's a long country county highway road or whatever, and it's got big hills on it and dips down, and you're down there for a while and you come back up. Well, I get up on the first stop. There's like 3 of these hills before I get to my road to turn off on, right? I get up over the top of the first one and I see this bright, and it's February, it's Valentine's Day. I just left a concert and it's cold. Oh, it was so cold. Get to the top of the hill and I see this bright flash in front of me, but on like 2 hills away. So it's a couple miles down the road. I'm like, oh, what was that? So I get down, get up to the top, and now I see this steady light. I'm like, man, what is that? That's pretty crazy. So I get down in the dip. And when you get down to the dip, you can't see anything other than the bottom of the hill in front of you as you climb up, right? So I get to the top of this next hill, and there's a bar on the left-hand side. And I get to the top of the hill, and just as I get over the crest, there's this truck completely engulfed in flames on its roof on the other side of the road.
Oh my gosh.
And in front of me is this car that was clearly hit head on, smashed up and crunched up in like a box. So I stop right in the middle of the road, and then I gradually pull over. And by this time, there's a couple other kids that were in some cars that I had passed along the side of them. So I get out of the car. Thank God I didn't get hit, because I like opened the door and there was a truck that just like whizzed by me. I felt like, I mean, it was within inches of this thing hitting me. And I yelled to the kids to get down to the bottom of the hill, because it was kind of in a spot where you didn't see it until you got right to that spot. Like going up the hill, you didn't see anything until you got over that little lip. It's like, oh shit, there's stuff going on. So they go down and they stop traffic from coming up. But I get up and I walk up to the car that's in front of me, that's in the road, that was hit head on. That person's sitting in this, like the engine's on their lap. I mean, it was a mess, and you could hear and see that there was nothing I could do for that person. And I looked over at the truck, and there was, when I say fully engulfed, I mean the whole truck was in flames. And out of the passenger door, I see this body crawling out, and it's this dude in this, he's got a big poofy vest on. And I'm like, I mean, it was the craziest and creepiest thing. But in that moment, it was all happening. I just ran over and I grabbed him by the back of his vest and I drug him out, and the bottom of his vest was on fire. So he put him out, and then he sat there. And then I asked him if there was anybody else in the vehicle, and it wasn't. It was just him, and he was really messed up. But he just sat there and just crazy. But to see that all happen, and he pulled out of that bar, and he was just bombed. A huge blood alcohol level. Pulled out of the bar, went right into the lane, hit that person. I mean, he was literally 50 yards from the bar and hit that person that was coming out. That person passed away, and then he ended up serving time in prison and whatever. But that stuff is just crazy.
Don't
and
do it.
Makes my stomach flip. And I always think about that moment, that story. And I will never forget that day. It was actually, it was crazy, because I was driving the WIR, not WIR. WIR is equivalent in Marshfield, the speedway over there. I was driving their pace car because I was with the radio station. It was a promotional thing, and I stopped. And the key was, I left the key inside the car. So as soon as I got out and I locked the door locked. While I'm out doing all of this stuff, I get back to it. The cops show up. The fire department shows up. So I try to get out of there. The door's locked.
Oh my God.
And it's freezing. And I'm still 1.5 miles away from my house. And I'm not going to ask the cop for a ride or what. I mean, they're all busy doing their stuff. And I'm sitting there, and it was so cold. I mean, it was just bitter cold. And I happened to have a key in my pocket for another station vehicle, completely different vehicle.
It worked.
It freaking worked.
That's actually terrifying.
You know what? I didn't try it again. I opened the door, and I got in a car and I drove home. I was like, this was like God's helping me out.
Yeah,
here.
it's like
He's like, he just unlocked the door for me so I can get home and be warm. It was such a crazy day, but whatever. So crazy story, 6 OWI. I'm just like, come on, dude, really? Go sit for a minute and get that man some help. Talking about basketball too, the WNBA wrapped up last night. Mm-hmm. Winners there, New York Liberty. I really got wrapped up into WNBA this year. I'm gonna have a Caitlin Clark jersey. For real. She's my new fave. I'm way down.
I cannot watch girls basketball.
Yeah, I can with her in there now and watching what she's dealing with and still succeeding.
I have not watched a single Caitlin Clark game.
Yeah, that's fun.
I believe it.
I don't watch the games in its entirety. If it's on, I'll catch like the last half of it or I'll catch highlights and whatever. But I do enjoy it. I enjoy the grief that girl's taking then just swallowing it and kicking butt.
Did you hear what she did for her team because she was selling out arenas?
She did for the league.
Well, but for her team, because the ticket sales, like when they would go, there's some agreement with the ticket sales. And she went and basically said to the team manager or owner or whatever, saying, when Caitlin was playing, they had to go to bigger arenas, so they were selling more tickets. And she's like, the whole staff needs to get compensated for this. So she went and negotiated that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I did not know about that.
Yeah.
She's good people. I dig everything about what she's doing, and I'm going to get me a cake.
I like her. I just am not a fan of women's basketball.
Right on. And then the World Series, of course, Yanks and Dodgers.
Yeah.
Going to be taking that on.
Mets.
And that'll be, huh?
I said the Mets lost.
Yep, they out. So it would have been better had they gone. It would have made it easier to accept the loss that the Brewers had.
The Brewers.
But whatever. I guess it is
so
what
much
it
sports.
is. It is. Yeah, it is. That's just how it goes.
So much sports.
Lisa, hi, good morning. Yep, big chili cook-off that they've got going on.
Oh, yeah. I'm cooking chili.
Are you?
Yes. I signed up.
That a girl.
Yeah.
We'll
have to go there and get some.
100%. We'll post the details as well. We've got them set to go. We'll put that in the social media feed so everybody else can
that story
check
of
that out.
Brett Jawabny is. Have you been following that?
Why don't you so that's what the fundraiser's for, right?
Correct.
Ultimately, the chili cook-off. They're raising funds to help this dude, and he did what?
So he is a 15-year-old boy that was in just a freak power washing accident. And his mother found him, and essentially he lost his eye, and he had brain damage from the accident. And the story is incredible, but what's most incredible is the way that the parents are sharing the story. And they're showing videos and giving constant updates. Like, I'm so wrapped up into it. Like, I know some of the family, just through different people and whatnot. I don't know them directly, but just watching what this young boy is going through, and the family and the love and the compassion and their faith and the medical system, and they're sharing their ups and downs, but the kid is progressing. And they went from afraid of him not being here and fevers, and brain injuries are just so traumatic. and he loved fishing. And so there's just this whole community that is wrapping their arms around this family, and the things that, that they're going through in the rehab that this young boy has in the progression that he's making is just it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And so, a little bit to help, keep mom and dad, by his side.
Right.
Medical expenses. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. If everybody gave $1,
Right. Right.
it can make a world of difference. And
Right.
but they just posted a video, and that's why I say they're really open with this. But they just posted a video, and he was doing his rehab, and he actually was able to grab onto a railing and start pulling himself. And
That's great.
So his progression is just phenomenal.
That's
to
great.
see what's happening.
That's super great. And just having this big thing happen for the parents and the family, just the emotional boost, knowing that you have the support. Yeah, the money's great, absolutely needed, 100%. But the emotional side of it and giving them that little positive thing, that's such a huge thing. And it's cool to see that it's happening. And yeah, we'll get those details posted. And we're going to have to go over there and, because it's a contest, right?
It is a contest.
It's like a blind taste test contest kind of thing.
Yeah, and I like to win.
So there's that. So we'll get those details posted so that you guys can be a part of it. In your so we didn't finish. Let's talk about that. You spilt soup?
I did spill
in your bag.
In my bag.
What kind of soup was it again?
Chicken noodle soup.
God's sakes.
Yeah, I know. All the juice is gone.
But I made you some protein balls. So
yeah, you did. Those do look good. What's in these?
It's like oatmeal and honey and peanut butter and flaxseed and chia seed and coconut and chocolate, dark chocolate. They're like little snacky things. They like fill you up and give you a little boost of energy.
Good. I need that.
After that Packer win yesterday, I was all energized and juiced up. And
you're like, I'm gonna make some protein balls.
Yeah, I cooked and I was like cleaned and started laundry. Well, continued laundry. I started that like 10 years ago. It just hasn't stopped.
It just keeps
going.
I've been doing laundry my whole life.
God.
I know Devin came home and the first thing he does is load up the laundry and leaves. I'm like, you little shit. I got to do mine too. So I ended up having to do his laundry just because he came home. But
Landon does the same thing. He dropped the bucket there, but I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just going to set yours off to the side so I can do mine. He always gives me the look like, so you're not going to do it? No.
So I washed
I'm
it.
not.
And then I just put it in a bucket, and I was like, he's off today. Actually, it's his girlfriend's birthday, so happy birthday, Macy. She's probably not watching because she's probably not a Facebooker, but happy birthday, Macy. But
Lord knows she wakes up early to watch her boyfriend's mom do a little show.
I don't
that's
think
her thing.
So. She's actually sick, so she hasn't been feeling good.
Poor
I know. But he took off work today to spend with her so that he can have a day with Macy. So it's pretty sweet.
Sweet kid. Candy, let's talk about the Halloween candy. Last week we talked about the popular ones this year and how M&Ms have taken over the Reese's top spot. So we got to talk a little bit about the worst candies ever.
Okay.
Yeah, like Smarties.
I love Smarties.
Smarties coming in at number 10 put together this list here this year. Mary Jane's. You know what those are?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen them before, but I don't remember ever eating them.
And
I can't believe they're still out there. And where are they? Is that one of those candies you buy at Fleet Farm in the clear bag at the checkout aisle?
Maybe. I've seen them I remember having one from this old time country funky
What is
store.
it? Is it peanut butter or what is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a chewy, caramely, peanut buttery, stick to your teeth type of thing.
No, I get it. Yeah, no. So that was the next one. The peanut butter kisses.
Peanut butter kisses.
Yeah, the black and orange wrappered ones.
Who would? Oh, those like the.
Yes.
Oh, I don't mind those. I think they're good.
God, really?
I like the texture of in the middle. Like when you bite into it, I like that.
No thanks. Circus peanuts.
Okay, so my great grandfather loved circus peanuts.
Well, I think a lot of older folks
Yes, but
did
I
because there
remember.
wasn't anything else for candy.
So
world.
Do you remember the hump that would go down in the front seat of the car? Like you'd have a bench seat in the front, and that
Yes.
hump that would go down.
Yes.
So I remember riding around, sitting on that hump when I was a little girl with my grandpa, and he would have the circus peanuts right there. And I remember that we would like share a bag of circus peanuts.
Oh,
And his
God.
big Chrysler that had blinkers on the front of the hood. Wow, I am going back.
You have
Circus
got some
peanuts.
detail here. See what we just did?
Yeah.
Sparked a big old memory there. Good and plenty's.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they can sit right there. The bit of honey.
See, I like those.
You like some odd candies.
I do.
Not my face. Black licorice.
Ugh.
Eek. Although throat coat tea, you ever have that?
No.
It's got ginger or black licorice
Anise.
root or something.
Licorice
A root.
roots. Okay.
And so it gives it a little bit of a black licorice flavor, but otherwise, just eating black licorice, no. Necco wafers, remember those
never
little
had them.
disky things? Still make them, still showing up, still one of the worst. The juice bottles, the wax juice bottles, still
That's
being
so-
made, still being sold, and
I did.
the
Those
worst.
were kind of like. Do you remember the wax lips?
yes, all of it that
I-
had like enough flavor in it where you chewed on it for like a second, and then you're just chewing a ball of wax.
Like you're just chewing wax.
oh God,
Did we actually eat those?
we
Did we?
did
like,
you eat the wax?
Did you eat it, or
Oh,
did
I'm
you
sure
just
some
spit it
people
out?
did. I spit it out. I don't remember eating it.
Was it edible?
Oh, I would think it would have to be,
Ew.
right? Can you
I
imagine
don't-
eating a bag of? I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I kind of want to eat one. Like I want that. I want to taste.
All right,
I
let
wanna
me
taste
run
it.
over and grab some. We'll just grab a bag of the worst candies out there, and then have to sit here and eat them on the show. And then, of course, number one, candy corns, candy
Oh, I love
pumpkins.
candy corns.
Gross. But also coming in the top 20 though was regular licorice.
So I love licorice.
No, not at all. Three Musketeers.
Hmm.
Come on, though, top 20? Three
I mean,
Musketeers?
They're okay. I would never. That would not. I
I don't feel
like if it
they're
was
worthy.
there, I would take it. But like I wouldn't specifically seek
I don't
it
think
out.
they're worthy of being on the poop list, the no good list. I don't think that. And then Almond Joy.
I love almond joys.
I love an Almond Joy. What about Mounds?
I love them both.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big
I like
fan
coconut.
of those. Big fan of both of those. So, there you go. A few of those there to think about. And the circus peanut. I'm going to go get you a bag of circus peanuts and just sit there and watch you have stroll down memory lane.
I did. I just went down there. Later on.
Set up and had a good time. Well, that's all I've got. You got anything else?
Yeah, I'm good for today.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I gotta clean up my computer bag. Go give it a bath.
Yeah. That's kind of fun.
I just bought the bag. It's not. It's like 2 weeks old.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen that bag yet.
No, it's brand new.
Yeah.
I had to christen
It'll
it.
be fine. Yeah, that's how she christens it.
Yeah. Let's
Some
spill
big
some.
mess.
Let's spill some soup in here.
Hey, thank you again so much for hanging out with us here this morning. We hope you have a darn fine start to the week. Hope the week itself is just amazing for you. And it means so much that you've started the day out here with us. So Erica, Pam, Lisa, a bunch of our regulars, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Mike, good morning, buddy. Glad to have you here. You guys have yourselves a darn fine day. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me this morning. Care Bear, you have yourself a good one.
You too.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.